Hello and welcome to the GreenBiz studio. I'm Heather Clancy, the editorial director of GreenBiz, and I'm joined by Kyra Whitten. She is the vice president of sustainability for Flex. Kyra, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Heather. Thanks for having me.
So Flex is a massive company in contract manufacturing facilities all around the world. What are your commitments to sustainability, and how do you manage that across so many disparate locations?
It's a great question. One of the challenges is when you have such a diverse workforce and you have factories all over the world with different regulations, different practices. One of the things that we've tried to do is standardize on a few things that are just what's right for the business, no matter what the law says we have to do. And a couple of areas where we're focusing pretty heavily is on quality conditions for our workforce. You know, we have some campuses that have upwards of 40, 50,000 employees at a time. So creating an environment where people want to come to work that they're proud of and that they feel good about is one area that we are striving to achieve. And providing them also with career opportunities so that they can grow while they are with us at Flex.
It sounds like you then have some attention to the Sustainable Development Goals, the UN's obviously framework for touching communities around the world. How do you adhere and how do you build your strategy around the SDGs?
Flex is a member of the UN Global Compact, and the SDGs have been a great way for us to focus our efforts around the goals. And one of the areas is around education. And what's interesting about Flex is we have chosen to focus education on adult education. And a big part of this is providing opportunity for our employees to continue to grow and enhance their careers. So we have, for example, on-site universities where our workers who are working on the factory floor can go to school at an accredited university on campus and get their bachelor's degree or master's degree. And then they have that opportunity to increase their earning potential and their responsibility by being qualified for other jobs within Flex. So that's one area. And another area is around how we support our suppliers. So building out our supply chain and making sure that they are capable and that they are built to last so that we can count on them has been another area that's a bit different than I think other supply chain organizations have done in the past. But it's something that Flex feels strongly about just because we have so many suppliers, 16,000. It's important for us to make sure that we are building meaningful and lasting partnerships.
How do you measure the progress of your efforts?
What's interesting is when you're talking about things like education, when you're talking about training, it's not always easy to measure, but we can look at absenteeism, we can look at our quality numbers on how parts coming in from our suppliers, how many excursions, how many defects or on-time delivery. So we can look at the effectiveness by how our suppliers are delivering, and also we look at how our employees progressing in their career. We track, whether promotions are coming in from the inside versus outside. So we have a few mechanisms where we're trying to track. It's not a perfect system, but we're trying to do a better job of tracking the effectiveness.
And one final question: how do you align your philanthropic efforts around this philosophy?
At Flex, we've aligned our philanthropy to tie closely to the SDG goals that we're trying to support through our business. So we spend a lot of energy around education in the communities in which we serve, providing education scholarships to the communities where we do have plants to, again, try to prepare the workforce and increase the opportunity in our communities. We do a lot with energy, and we have a lot of business in the solar industry and in power management. And so a lot of our philanthropy is also around putting in renewable energy in low-income areas, and especially focused in low-income areas with children, so that we can, again, provide opportunity and growth for these communities in which we operate.
Well, thanks for sharing some of your strategy with us today, and thank you for joining us in the GreenBiz studio.